travel to Hyderabad for another program, so we made sure that at least 1 hour is taken out of it. And his energy and enthusiasm to make cartoon popular and make friendship with all across the country, the cartoonists of the is honor to bring them together. I think really inspiring. Thank you, Sudheer, for this great effort. And thank you, Honorable Minister, for having come over here. It's the cultural activities of this government. I am really honored to see the impact. Without you, that the type of energy and enthusiasm here would not have come. Thank you so much for your presence and your nice words. And also for the Secretary Culture, the interest that you are taking and also the vision that you have put forth in front of us in terms of the cartoons and also the space cartoons. And also the 3 segments I think we must really work on, and we should identify some themes. Let me tell one theme at least. For school kids, the theme is going to be alien amongst us. Okay? Alien amongst us. Okay? So assume that an alien is visiting us, and what will happen? Huh? You can look at it, how that is going to be for a school student. But for a college student, that may not be the right topic. They must little more become practical about what is about life and its impact in space. So there you should look at the space and the economy. You should look at how that is impacting society. Okay, if you can make cartoons on that topic, it will be good. But for other cartoonists who are professionals, you should be critical. And in terms of the space, I think you should compare India in comparison with others, like the global space powers, and you should make cartoon in that direction. So if these 3 themes are worked out, I think it will be a really good idea. We will let us announce it and then make it happen. And now coming to me, though I am a rocket scientist, I am really passionate about cartoon, primarily because of the exposure we had in Kerala. You know, Kerala is such a wonderful place where with a lot of cartoon interest, even from childhood, you can see in our magazines, there used to be cartoonists of great caliber, like Ravindra. Possibly you may not even heard about him in this figure. And how to draw sketches and then talk philosophy in cartoon is something which I learned. And people like O.V. Vijayan, I think his cartoons are also philosophical, though satirical, critical, political could be there, but then there is always a hidden element of philosophy in cartoon. So it's not the drawing alone, it is the philosophy that goes into the making the drawing, conveying that to people who can think beyond what is just visible. That's why I like the cartoon of Leshman. There is a space cartoon exhibited there. It talks about the man, our man who goes ready to go to space. He can survive in space without air, water, food, nothing. He's the right person to go to space, he says. So an Indian is the best person to go to space, as if he's very satirical, cartoon he makes. So not just that cartoon alone, Leshman's cartoons are classic by any measure. So there have been traditions of cartoon in India, in Kerala, in Maharashtra, in Andhra. I think it's an opportunity for us to look at the historical aspect of cartooning in this state as well. If somebody take effort to record it, catalog it, collect it, and then preserve it over a long periods of time, it will be something that is very important for the cultural ministry or department of Andhra Pradesh also. And for the new generation of political cartoonists and social cartoonists of Andhra and Telangana area, my greetings to you. Please continue your good work. It's a challenging time for everyone, especially in the media, for finding space for you in the press or social media. But we get little more space. But then you will continue to get space. But if you are able to create a generation who will be able to be liking it, to be inspired by it, then definitely your editors will have to put cartoons in the front page itself. And that you have to create through many such interactions with students, etc. And if you can do that, definitely your space will really increase, and wish you all the very best for it. Today, for the space cartoon, I request all the students to go and look at each of the cartoon very carefully, look at the the way in which the drawings are made, understand the inner meaning, and try to copy at least to start with. maybe you will become a great cartoonist later. So let me wish all the very best to you for great journey ahead, to be inspired by the cartoons that are displayed here. They were all selected by me and Sudheer. So thank you so much for that opportunity given to me. So I would like to conclude and thank you once again for this opportunity and leave it you to ask any questions that you have. So students, if you have any questions.
Please raise your hands and see.
Good morning, my name is Bhavya from Sansavia High School. So my question is, what advice would you like to give to a young scientist who want to join ISRO?
You are already a young scientist? You are talking about yourself or someone else?
Someone else.
Why can't you talk about yourself? Are you not interested to join ISRO?
Yes, I am also interested.
So which class you are studying?
10th.
10th. So you want to become a scientist?
Yes.
Okay. What scientist? You don't know?
Space scientist.
There is nothing called space scientist. Okay. You can become I'll tell you an example. You want to become an astrobiologist. You know what is astrobiology?
No.
You know what is an astronomer? Astronomer, you know?
Yes.
Astronomer is the one who looks at stars, planets using binoculars, study their motion and then calculate. Astronomy you heard of, no? Those who study astronomy, as movement of planets, survey objects are called astronomers. So that is one area of science, right? You can become a physicist. You look at origin of the universe, how the world came about, where from it originated, where it will go and end. You heard of the Big Bang theory? Big Bang?
Yes.
About people who talk about Big Bang theory, etc. Theoretical physicist. That's also space science. There is another class of space, planetary scientist. They will study Mars, Venus, Jupiter, how that is their atmosphere is. They will look at observation, scientific theories to find out how Mars became a dead planet. Once it was said to be a living planet, why it is a dead planet today. So they will study all of this. So these are different domains of space science. There is another space science called how to design a rocket, how to make a satellite, how to make an instrument, right? So there are people who are working in chemistry, how to make rocket fuel, how to make energy fuel items. So there are so many streams of science and topics that you can work on. So now you are only in 10th standard?
Yes.
So you do not know which is most interesting to you, no? The problem with you is that you do not know what is possible, correct?
Yes.
So the only option today is, you will pass 10th with good marks or not?
Yes, of course.
You will pass. After that, what do you want to do? So you will go to a science stream course, no?
Yes.
You can take physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics. Okay? So that also you will do very well?
Yes.
And after that, what will you do? You will become engineer or a science stream student?
Science stream student.
Okay, you can become an engineer or a science stream student. You are aware of the institutions which will give you the highest levels of teaching in this. For example, if you want to be a physicist, which is a top institution in this country which will teach physics, you know? Do you know? Yeah, that's a major issue here. Many of the students are not even aware of how to go to reach that goal. What are the routes that you have to take? To become a space scientist or join ISRO, you need to study in one of the best institutions of the country. Okay, you need to remain aware about it. So, first thing you should do today is to research. There are institutions called ISRs, IAS. Heard of them?
Yes.
Indian Institute of Science Research. So you study about them, and there are IITs where you can study both science and engineering. And how to get into admission, you know, at least in Andhra Pradesh, a lot of people are getting admission because there is a campaign going on, training, coaching, etc. Every state is having this. So, if you are interested to join ISRO, one of the important quality is to go through a good institution, pass out with high marks, then we conduct examinations for recruiting to ISRO. Okay? Then at that time you can decide which stream you want to become an specialist. Okay? So today you concentrate on getting high marks in 10th. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm very... Okay, I will ask. Can I ask you a few questions?
One question first.
Okay, sir. First question.
Ah.
What is the new mission of ISRO to the space?
New mission of ISRO to space to send Gaganyaan human space flight, send an astronaut to space and bring them back.
What is the aim of the Gaganyaan?
Huh?
Aim.
What is the
Aim.
aim of Gaganyaan? To send an Indian to space and bring him back safely, not dead. That's the aim.
How do you feel to become a chairman of ISRO?
Very comfortable.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Sonal Singh. So, how do you feel about India's achievements in exploring space?
It appears as a simple question, but it is a very important question for us. For a country like India, when we started doing space 60 years back, when Sarabhai started, a lot of people were criticizing, because at that time, we were 40 crore people and our budget was not enough for many things, agriculture, infrastructure development. At that time, even 500 crore allocation for space was criticized. But he was able to convince government to do it. But today, nobody criticizes ISRO's work. Recently you announced that we will build space station, we will send man to moon. Was there any criticism? No. Everybody said it's great, India should do it, right?
Yes.
So, the point here is important. When everything is bad, taking the next step is difficult. The success today is because when everything was not that good, there were people, visionaries, who are able to do things, having courage in themselves, having courage in our own people to do these incremental steps at the early part of our space program. That's why we are today. We were able to send our mission to Moon, Mars, and then achieve so many satellites, etc. India has today 100% indigenous capability. We have the ability to build our own satellites, build our own rockets, and launch it from our own land. This of such visionaries. You understand that? So now today, with India has achieved that level, we need to go further. We need to move from the position today. We are at least something like 5th position in the world in the space technology. The first America, then we have the Russians, then the Chinese, then the Europe, then the Indians. But there are other people, a lot of people are working. For example, Japan is working, many other nations are also working. But our goal is not to become number one, but our goal is to do it at very low cost and very societally beneficial, technologically beneficial missions. So it's not just simply increasing budget, but doing something very extraordinary, but at very, very low cost. So the most pleasant part of ISRO space program is its vision, its low cost, and its long-term plan. Right? Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It is a proud moment for us.
Go ahead.
It is a proud moment for us to be in front of you. I have a question. What was the biggest challenge in your discovery?
In my discovery, I have not discovered anything. You are talking about which discovery?
Space mission.
No, I
Chandrayaan.
will talk about Chandrayaan 3. Okay. So in the Chandrayaan 3, once again you frame the question.
What was the biggest challenge in your discovery?
In the Chandrayaan 3 mission.
Yes.
Biggest challenge. This biggest challenge was landing it softly there. So Chandrayaan 2, did it land softly? No. And Chandrayaan 3 landed softly. So even to land softly is very challenging process, because the moon hasn't got an atmosphere. Like Earth has got an atmosphere, no? Air is here. So when air is there, you can slow down. You know, aircrafts are landing. Have you seen aircraft landing? Have you watched and gone to an airport and watched how aircrafts land? It has wings, so it can come down slowly and land on a runway. How helicopters land? It can have the wings and rotate and land softly. But on moon, none of this will work. Aircraft cannot land, helicopters cannot land. Then how will you land? So when air is not there, you cannot land easily. So in a vacuum condition, landing softly is very tricky. Because you have to use rockets only, and rocket has to be used in a reverse direction. Generally, rockets are used to take it up. Here, rocket is used to bring it down. So you have to control the thrust of the rocket in such a manner that it will come and touch very, very slowly. So that is the trick. And that trick has to be done in a manner that you don't actually waste fuel. Fuel is so precious. So you have to plan it very correctly at the correct location. In a planet which is very big, exact location you have to come and land, not somewhere. So it's a very tricky problem. It is complex mathematics, complex engineering problem, and achieving that perfectly is not easy. So that is a challenging work. Okay?
Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
People are saying that we are gonna experience temporary moon at the end of September month. Is it true?
It is true.
What is your opinion about it?
Let it come. I don't have any problem. I am not coming. You know what it is?
Asteroid?
Yeah. So an asteroid coming and orbiting Earth once and going away, that's all. And people call it temporary moon. It is not a moon, it is just an asteroid. They are given a name to it. Anything that rotates around a planet is called a moon. Correct? So it's okay, a moon for some time, but it is going away as an asteroid. It will come back again. This is not the first time that we have moons of other than our big moon. Many occasions such asteroids came and rotated around Earth multiple orbits and left. So it happens regularly. Sometimes it will come back and hit Earth also. So this is an event which is expected to happen soon. Okay, but you can see it using telescopes. It's big enough to be seen using telescope, which is around 30 feet or some that size diameter. So you can actually see from a telescope. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, so Minister, to felicitate. It is the filigree art really handicraft. And one more thing, sir, a few of the caricatures of you, sir. Rakesh sir, Smt.Vani sir. Just 1 minute. Smt.Vani sir, please do come, sir. Rakesh sir. Smt.Vani sir, Rakesh sir. Varchasvi sir. Please do come. It's really a proud privilege moment in the entire journey of cartoonists in India. The man who visioned the space to come into reality. Mrutyunjaya would like to present a few of his cartoon books. Varchasvi garu, thank you so much. I request all the cartoonists for the wonderful event, and I request Mr. Sabu to say vote of thanks.
Good evening to all. Thank you very much. I thank each and every one of you for coming here and making this event a grand success. Thank you very much.
നിങ്ങൾ പൊളിച്ചിന് കേട്ടോ എൻ്റെ അതുണ്ട് സൈഡിൽ നിന്ന് പിടിച്ചിന് അവിടെയൊക്കെ ഒന്നും എടുത്തിട്ട് ഞാൻ യൂട്യൂബൊക്കെ എടുത്തോളൂ
പുതിയ
മതി
Please form a line. We are giving a memento to Principal Saint Savio School, High School, Shamshabad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much coming to all the way from Ravindra Bharati from Shamshabad. Come down.
Okay. Right. Okay, good one, sir. Yes. Okay, ఒక్కసారి మీ నలుగురు వెనక్కి జరగండి కొంతమంది
Your school.
Sir, look here, sir. Yes.
యాక్చువల్గా మీ డయాగ్ని ఇద్దామని అనుకున్నాను అందరికి
Yes, sir. Abu. मैं आपको फोन करके पूछा था
पापा का कार्टून फिनिश